Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Miami Dolphins. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Now! 180! 180! We're good, we're good! 180! We're beginning to turn you up. Express!
First carry for Josh Jacobs. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Jacobs. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Throwing now is Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Let's go. Do it. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff working right. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
1st down, Raiders.
Better break. You better break. You let me know right now. You better break. Check.
fake. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Watch twist.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
And it brings up 3rd down.
What down? 180. You're mine. Oh, it's fast. 55. 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming for it. Wait.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now they try the right side here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
29. Hey, Charlie. Check 99. Easy. Kill.
Now Carr. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Check.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Balaj. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
So don't say nothing.
They run it with Balaj. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Check it. Check hot route. Hot.
2nd and 10. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make it 10-0 here in the first. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he finds a man with a crossing route. A big play that time for the Raiders. 41 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. You're mine. Check 43. Watch out. Watch out.
On 2nd and 12, Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kyle Van Noy. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr gives to Richard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
OP. Express. Mark 55. Later one. You might be getting tired of seeing this.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 45-yard line.
19 yards. And the Raider first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Here's Carr. It's a screen to Richard. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. For a first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
25, check 25, check 25 down. Check, crunch.
Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Get him, boy. Yeah, that's how we do, D.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, Echo. Express. 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. No gain on this defense. No. Get down, get down.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Ready? The mic. Huh. Check 50. Check 50.
Now Balaj. And an alley to run. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 1. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Army. Shit. Watch the shit. Hey, alert. Match box. Mike. Quick. Sweet. Watch the whip. Ball try. Mike 55. Mike 55.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this is caught inside the 5. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kalen Balaj, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to let it go deep, right sideline. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Malik Collins providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. I'm coming. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Tighten up. Hand me. Tighten up.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
Mike 55.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
He's checking.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Hey, 734. Strong right. Out. 3 down. Out.
On third down, Carr. Yeah, he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
He's not going to get me. Mike.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll run with Jacobs. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Hey, we're good. 180.
It's now 4th and goal.
That's it, baby. Hey, check right. Watch it divide. Let's go.
They go with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt them deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Let's go, baby.
Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 3rd at MetLife Stadium. And the Jets have just scored to stretch their lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Carr. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Miami, It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Back, back, back. Hey, check right. Express. 6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check nickel, nickel, nickel. 637.
To throw, it's Carr. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Geno Atkins, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The punt team on now as from their end zone they get it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
They'll run here with Balaj. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
He got 29 yards that time.
It's just me and you.
Here's a run with Balaj. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and 2. And that's incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
55 is my guy, 55.
Carr now on 1st down. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
And the Raider 1st down.
Carr now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now is Carr. Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Get that quarterback. 694. Get that quarterback. Hey, orbit. Watch 55. Silver. Mike 55.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That one.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for the Raiders. 61 yards.
29. 5. Mike 55. Express.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
93. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he finds Howard complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
We're good. 180. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 808. Hatchet. Raider 1.
Now Carr. They'll find his running back here, Richard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Right there in the middle. 55. Rabbit. 55's Mike, guys, 55.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Carr now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. It's going to be a long...
They'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going deep here for Parker. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. He'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.